Hello, and welcome to another episode of Brettcast What's New With. It's been a while since I've made one of these. If you don't know what it is, it's where I talk about, well, what's new with something. And this is going to be the second episode in which I'm going to be talking about what is new with Transformers, and there is a lot to talk about. I've been posting about this stuff on another social media site, and so thank goodness for that, because I would have forgot what I said, but I didn't. So yes, we have a lot to get through, so let's just get right on with it. First up, we have some Transformers Legacy reveals, starting with the Transformers Prime Universe Deluxe Class RC. Not much to say here. I do think they did a pretty good job with everything, but the head, I'm not sure how to describe the head, but it just feels like something's off. It's kind of a little bit blockier than it was in the show. But the motorcycle mode looks fantastic. Not a big fan of the weapon. However, I will definitely be getting this one. Next up, we are getting a deluxe class drag strip, which one can infer that we will be then getting the entirety of Menasor as a combiner throughout the Legacy line. I'm perfectly fine with this because the last mainline Menasor was during the Combiner Wars line, and that one was not very good, in my opinion. Both drag strips, robot mode and vehicle mode, look good. They're spot on to the G1 cartoon, and I'm so glad that they went for the six-wheel design that drag strip is supposed to be. I will definitely be adding this one to my collection. After that, we have the Deluxe Class Kickback. Man, it has been since Titan's Return line since Kickback has been in the main line, but that of course was a Legends Class Kickback. Finally, they're giving him the Deluxe Class treatment. The thing I find interesting is that to me it looks like a little bit bigger version of said Legends Class Kickback in terms of how the insect mode looks. I was never actually able to get all three Insecticons during Titan's Return, and again, one can probably infer that we will be getting all three Insecticons in Deluxe Class form here, so I will definitely be getting them here. After that, we've got the big man in red himself, the big ol' Autobot leader, Optimus Prime. But this time we're not just getting another G1 Optimus Prime. What we're getting is a Leader Class Generation 2 Laser Optimus Prime. Now, much the Earthrise / Kingdom Leader Optimus Prime, this one is really only a Leader Class because of the fact that it has the trailer. Otherwise, the Optimus Prime himself is a Voyager class. I like the robot mode and the vehicle mode, but I could kind of care less about the base mode. I have not cared and will continue to not care about base modes for Transformers aside from the ones that are meant to have it, like Omega Supreme. I kind of hope that they do what they did with Earthrise Optimus Prime and make a release of this without the trailer, because I personally don't need it, nor would I display Prime with the trailer even if I had room to, but I will definitely be getting this one. And yeah, now we're at the disappointment. You had one job here, Hasbro, and you fucked it up. This is the Voyager class Transformers Prime Universe Bulkhead. I am so very disappointed in how this turned out. No one asked you to take Bulkhead from Transformers Prime and run him through the G1 blender. Yes, it's Voyager class, and it's the perfect size for Bulkhead, and everything about him is too square, and it doesn't feel like Bulkhead from Transformers Prime at all. Yes, I am too nostalgic for Transformers Prime since it's my favorite Transformers show aside from the G1 cartoon. I feel like this is something they made to repaint and remold him into Hound from Age of Extinction or The Last Knight. I will definitely not be getting this one. Then we have the Deluxe Class Skids. I have to admit that this one is kind of a meh for me. I know a lot of Transformers fans wanted this because he's one of those lesser known Autobots that rarely ever get any attention in whatever main line is going on. It's been a very long time since we got Skids that represents his G1 look. Technically the last Skids was in Dark of the Moon, and we don't talk about that. Both of the modes look good, but it doesn't really change that I'm kind of just not, I'm not excited, but I'm not disappointed for it. I'm not really sure I'm going to get this one, though. Okay, with that out of the way, we can move on to some Studio Series news. And this is all super exciting news related to the Bumblebee movie. So yeah, it's finally time. Hasbro is finally giving us figures of other characters from the opening scene on Cybertron, the Bumblebee movie. Look at this Voyager class Soundwave. Sure, the alt mode is some Cybertronian thing, but hey, you can get away with that since it's a Cybertronian design. The best part is that the robot mode looks fantastic. It looks so good. The chest opens up and everything. I absolutely love how this Soundwave looks, and I'm definitely getting this one. Next, it's time for Deluxe Class Ratchet. God, that robot mode is so good looking. The vehicle mode honestly reminds me of the vehicle of the elephant from Halo, but again, it's a Cybertronian design, so it's kind of alright, because it doesn't have to look like anything. Still, I am excited for this one, and the inevitable repaint and remold into Ironhide. After that, we have the Deluxe Class Brawn. Man, I think the last Brawn I got was during Titan's Return, and that was Legends class. But anyway, oh my god, does this guy look gorgeous, and I love that alt mode, as it is very different from what we get with Brawn most of the time. I love the colors, and I love that he's got that big old gun too. I am so going to get that. From there, we have the Deluxe Class Wheeljack, and this looks amazing. Oh my god, that robot mode looks so screen accurate. And that vehicle mode looks so cool and very fitting of this design of Wheeljack. I mean, it's got all the right colors, all the right places, and it just looks so cool. I definitely need this thing in my life now. Then we come to another meh, the Core Class Ravage. Yeah, it's one I'm not that excited for. It's just me. I don't really care that much about the minions of Soundwave as much as I care about Soundwave himself. It does look good. Although I don't know, I don't like the weapon placement, and it kind of just looks bigger than it needs to, but I probably am not going to be getting this one. Then we have the Core Class Shockwave. To be honest, I don't know why they picked Core Class for Shockwave, and it's something and not something like a Voyager class. I don't agree with the choice of class here. To be honest, it doesn't look that good with all the unpainted gray plastic everywhere, and his feet just look way too big. His alt mode kind of looks like the Voyager Shockwave from Transformers Prime that I used to have. Probably will be skipping this one unless it looks bigger or better in person. Alright, so now we have some Transformers Kingdom news, just a little bit. Starting things off with the Deluxe Class Pipes. This is a remold of the Deluxe Class Huffer figure. The feet look a bit odd to me, but I don't think it would be able to stand on its own. I really like the blue they used here, and overall both modes look really good and pretty spot on to how Pipes is supposed to look. If I can find one, I will definitely add one to my collection. After that is the Deluxe Class Slammer. This is a remold of Ironwork. To be honest, I don't really care about this. It's one of those weaponizer things. Those things are junk to me. This is a guy that I guess he's supposed to go with Metroplex according to lore. I guess it's nice for folks that have a Metroplex, but I don't really find that one all that exciting. And I probably will not be getting this one. And finally, we have the Transformers Kingdom Voyager Class Blaster with Eject. This is a completely new mold, and I have to say that it looks really good. Yeah, both of them look good. I was thinking that this would be a remold of the Kingdom Soundwave when they made Blaster, but they didn't do that, and I'm glad they did. I've been really wanting a Blaster figure from my collection, and now I think I know which one that I'm going to add. So yeah, that's pretty much it for what's new with Transformers on the second time we've talked about Transformers and the what's new. If you see anything here you like, put it down in the comments. Love to know what you like, what you don't like, what you're excited for, what you're not excited for. That's all I have to say, so if you entered the conversation, leave a comment below. As always, thanks for listening, and goodbye.